In Iraye, the night air carries secrets, and in every home, from the wealthiest compound to the humblest mud hut, one rule stands: never sweep your house at night. 16-year-old Morenike had heard the rule since she could talk. But life wasn't neat, especially when you had a younger brother who could spill gari like it was his superpower. That night, at 10:37 p.m., frustrated and tired, Morenike swept. At dawn, her father's goats refused to leave the pen. The chickens remained silent. Her brother didn't speak, not a word. Her father found something at the doorstep: red thread, feathers, and a blackened cowrie, an omen. When Baba Ogunmo, the village herbalist, came, he stood at the threshold and refused to enter. The house has stirred something it shouldn't, he whispered. That night, the windows rattled through. There was no wind at all. Morenike laid awake, heart racing, as something called her name, not loudly but from beneath the floor. Her mother, worn with worry, took her to Mama Jaye, the oldest woman in Iraye. Her blind eyes still saw more than most. "You swept that night?" Mama Jaye asked, voice sharp. The dust remembers, it never forgets who wakes it. Later, Morenike found her brother scribbling strange shapes into the dusty floor. He didn't look up, and the drawings weren't childlike. They were ritual symbols, forgotten by most, feared by all. Tunde, Wale, and Shogo, the school's resident bullies, found the tale hilarious. Witchcraft care. Wale laughed. This is 2025, not 1825. To mock Morenike. They filmed themselves sweeping the village square at midnight, laughing and dancing under the full moon. And it went viral. By morning, Wale was found lying under the ancient Iroko tree, eyes wide and bleeding. Tunde sat in the corner of his room, whispering to the shadows. Shogo was simply gone. All that remained was ash, where he last stood in the video. Crows returned to Iraye for the first time in decades, blanketing rooftops, watching silently. The elders feared what they had long suppressed: Aya Iku, the cruel woman. Betrayed by her family generations ago and buried alive, she had sworn her spirit would return when night dust called her name. Baba Ogunmo confirmed it. She is here, and her blood runs through someone. And that someone was Morenike. Her brother was the vessel. The signs were clear, but worse, Morenike herself had become the bridge. Wale, the only bully still alive, muttered in his hospital bed about a doll that blinked in his dreams. Morenike followed her brother's drawings to the forbidden grove, deep within, buried beneath a shrine. She uncovered it, a broom with a handle of polished bone and bristles blackened by age. Each straw, Mama Jairita explained, had once belonged to a soul, Aya Iku's broom. Morenike's brother was possessed. He was being transformed. The villagers, terrified, decided to end it. They would burn the grove. Baba Ogunmo warned them, "You think fire purifies? Fire only opens up what is bound by silence." They didn't listen. Nobody listened. As flames rose, each broom in the village ignited spontaneously. That night, laughter echoed from beneath the ground. Laughter that didn't belong to any living soul. Aya Iku was free. One by one, people vanished. A baby here, a young man there, gone. No screams, no signs, just wind and faint trails of feathers. Morenike found an old scroll in her grandmother's Bible. It spoke of a choice: to end what you awakened, give what defines you, or give another soul in place. She understood. To stop Ayaiku, she had to give her voice willingly forever. In desperation, the village created a night of atonement, the festival of silence. No drums, no voices, just footsteps, fire, and hope. Dressed in white, Morenike stepped into the sacred square and began to sweep. Ayaiku then appeared, tall, dark, and cloaked in feathers. Her eyes were not cruel, but full of pain. She pointed to the bullies' graves. From them rose 3 spirits, no longer human but bound to her forever. Balance, she whispered in Morenike's mind. You broke it, you restored it. Then, with the rustle of wings, she vanished. Time passed. Morenike never spoke again, but her silence became power. She tended to the shrine, where the rule was now carved in stone. Sweep only when the sun watches. Let the dust sleep at night. Children feared her, respected her. Her presence alone quieted even the most stubborn spirit. One evening, a curious child picked up a broom after sunset. A crow landed nearby. Its eye glowed, and the child dropped the broom immediately, heart pounding. Some rules were written in stone, others in blood. And that is how the rule continued to be abided by the villagers, and no one dared to sweep at night ever again. But Ayaiku did not vanish forever. Her spirit lingered in the shadows of the shrine. One night, as Morenike swept the shrine silently, she noticed her brother sketching a new symbol in the dirt. A breaking chain. Mama Jaye gasped as she saw it. This is the sigil of release, she whispered. It can end a curse, but only if offered by both the vessel and the bridge. Morenike and her brother performed the ritual together under a blood moon. The bone dissolved suddenly in Morenike's hands. A scream echoed across Iraye, Ayaiku's wail of banishment. Then silence, true silence. Morenike woke the next morning to a bird song and the sound of her own breathing. And then, to her own voice, she could speak again. The village rejoiced. Baba Ogunmu declared the curse was broken. The shrine was sealed with sacred stones, and the rule remained. But the fear that gripped the village began to lift. Morenike began teaching children the history, not as a warning, but as strength. Never forget where darkness lives, she told them, but always remember that light knows the way back, always. Thank you once again for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please kindly like, follow, subscribe to this channel for more updates like this. Thank you and bye.